Stoicism began around 300 years before Christ in ancient Greece and Rome. It's a way of life that focuses on being good and virtuous. It helps people feel happier and less sad while developing their good qualities. But nowadays, many people mistakenly think that Stoicism means not showing emotions. In reality, it's a passionate and determined way of living that can change your life for the better. It's like a tool to become better at controlling yourself, staying strong, and gaining wisdom. Sadly, not many people choose to follow this path, even though it can bring so many benefits. Stoics believe that being morally good leads to a fulfilling and happy life. According to Stoicism, your primary purpose in life is simple: to be a good human being. That's your one job here on earth. Stoicism is like a form of meditation that helps you deal with negative feelings. You learn to turn those feelings into thoughts that bring you peace and a better understanding of life. It's a way to find calm and see things from a clearer perspective when facing challenges. So let's dive into Stoicism's teachings for the modern world. In life, you can't control everything that happens to you, but you can control how you see it. Seneca said, "God grant you the serenity to accept the things you cannot change, courage to change the things you can, and wisdom to know the difference." These words remind you to find peace in life's uncertainties. Be brave in facing challenges you can influence, and have the wisdom to discern between the two, that is, what you can control and what you cannot. Your mind plays a big part in deciding if something is good or bad. Once you understand this, you become more powerful. You react less and feel much calmer. Marcus Aurelius said, "You have power over your mind, not outside events. Realize this, and you will find strength." In Stoicism, being mindful is essential. It means knowing what you can and can't control in your life. If you get upset about things you can't change, you're wasting energy and feeling more negative. For instance, you can't control the weather, but you can choose how to dress or plan activities accordingly. You can't control what others think of you, but you can control how you respond. You can't change the past, but you can learn from it. You can't predict or control everything that will happen in the future, but you can prepare and adapt. So focus on what you can control and let go of the rest. It'll help you feel happier and more at peace. Stoics believe that wanting more and constantly seeking material possessions can lead to dissatisfaction and an unhappy life. True happiness lies in gratitude. You must learn to value and be grateful for all that you have, including your relationships, possessions, and the luxuries of modern living. You live in an amazing time in history, with easy access to necessities and technology that our ancestors couldn't have imagined. Look around at what you have and be grateful today. In Stoicism, actions speak louder than words. Practicing your values is more powerful than just preaching them. The philosophy emphasizes personal responsibility, understanding that every decision you make carries a moral aspect. Epictetus said, "Don't explain your philosophy, embody it." Stoicism is not about being overly hard on yourself, but rather being aware of the moral dimension of each choice you make throughout the day. Regularly ask yourself, what's the best way to act in this situation? And make choices based on your personal values to promote the greater good. Living by your moral code and aligning your actions with your values is the key to truly embodying Stoic philosophy and making a positive difference in the world. Regardless of your background or life situation, you have something in common with everyone: the power of choice. Whether you're in difficult situations like being depressed, poor, or experiencing great success as an entrepreneur, you can still make choices. Life doesn't have to be complicated. You have the power to make it easier or harder based on your choices. Stoics believe that making the right choices is like finding a shortcut in life. You can choose things like happiness, love, freedom, respect, and feeling wealthy. The important lesson is that you are in control of what happens in your life and how you feel. Having this freedom of choice is what truly sets you free in the long run. It prevents you from getting stuck, dwelling on things beyond your control. When you take charge of your decisions, you'll always feel empowered and free, no matter what challenges life throws at you. Remember, it's your choices that can make a real difference, and give you a sense of control over your life. According to Stoicism, getting angry doesn't bring any positive results. Instead, it only wastes your energy and resources without providing any real benefit. The Stoics advise practicing non-reactivity instead of letting yourself get upset over things you can't control anyway. Anger can be contagious, and if you allow it to take over, it can spread to others and even come back to affect you. That's why it's essential not to let anger control your actions and emotions. Projecting anger onto others will only lead to projecting it onto yourself as well. It becomes a self-fulfilling prophecy, causing more harm than good. The wise choice is to avoid anger and focus on maintaining inner peace and tranquility. You protect your belongings, like your wallet, car keys, or home, because they are valuable to you. Similarly, you should also protect your mind, which is one of your most valuable assets. Be cautious about who you allow to influence your thoughts and emotions. Don't let anyone easily influence your mind, just as you wouldn't give strangers access to your possessions. Be mindful of the negative influences around you that might affect you without your awareness. Be selective about who you allow into your life, and choose to surround yourself with positive and supportive people. Remember, your mind is precious, and it's crucial to guard it just like you would guard your valuable possessions. Your mind is shaped by what you think on a regular basis. If you tend to focus on negative thoughts, you will likely respond negatively to situations by default. The more you practice negative thinking, the more your perspective of the world becomes negative. On the other hand, if you don't actively practice positive thinking, you may end up defaulting to negative thoughts as well. The best choice is to deliberately practice seeing the good in everything and being grateful. None of us know everything, even though some people may act like they do. In reality, there is an endless amount of knowledge and information to learn in the world. True learning begins with humility, acknowledging that there is always more to discover and understand. When you let go of the idea that you know everything, you open yourself up to growth and the opportunity to serve others. This kind of thinking is what makes great leaders. It's through this humble mindset that you can continually improve yourself, help others, and make a positive impact in the world. Stoics emphasize that what truly matters is your character, not labels. External factors like skin color or appearance should not define you. Instead, your character should be your most significant attribute. It takes into account the work you put into bettering yourself every day and become a better person. Your character is what truly represents you as a person and leaves a lasting impression on others. Your legacy is built on your character and the values you uphold. It's what you want to be remembered for and what truly defines your identity. How you deal with problems shows what kind of person you are. Stoicism teaches that true character is built when things are hard, not when everything is easy. So don't let problems ruin your attitude. Stay positive, and let optimism be your guide in every situation. If you're still here, that's awesome. I'd absolutely love to hear your comments and thoughts. And if you enjoyed this video, why not share it with your loved ones too? Spread positivity around and make sure to have a wonderful day today.